Hey, good morning. It's Friday morning. I hope you've had a great week this week. I hope you've enjoyed being back with our online video devotionals. And some of you might be listening to a podcast. I also podcast these devotionals as well. So if you're listening to a podcast, thanks for joining along with us. I hope this is a blessing to you and to your soul, no matter where you find yourself. We're going to finish out today with Acts. I think we're doing something a little bit different next week. I think we're going to look at some ways that we understand Scripture next week, some of the big picture concept of Scripture. So that's what I've been thinking about doing. We'll try that next week, see how it works. So next week we'll do that, and hopefully that'll be a fun time for us, and may take some time looking deeper at some big picture scriptural concepts. But today we're gonna look at Acts chapter 17. There's really just one verse I want to, I'll read to you. We're going to focus primarily on verse 6 of chapter 17:6, but I'll read to you a little bit. Basically what's happening in Thessalonica. Yesterday we talked about how Paul was in jail in Philippi, and they left Philippi, and then they passed through these towns. They come to Thessalonica. I'm starting with verse 2. This is 17 verse 2. It says, Paul went in, as was his custom, and for 3 Sabbath days argued with them from the Scriptures, explaining and proving it, that it was necessary for the Messiah to suffer and rise from the dead, saying, This is the Messiah, Jesus, whom I am proclaiming to you. Some of them were perplexed and joined Paul and Silas, as did a great many of the devout Greeks, and not a few of the leading women. But the Jews became jealous. Remember this, guys and gals. When we read Scripture in this section, remember, this is both true for John and for Paul. When you hear Jews, think religious leaders. This is a specific reference here to Jews. That means religious leaders. Just remember that. I want to be very careful not to use Scripture in a way that's harmful to our Jewish friends. But it says the Jews, the religious leaders, became jealous with the help of some ruffians. Ruffians. I love that. I want to be a ruffian one day. I don't know if I'm rough enough to be a ruffian. With the help of some ruffians in the marketplace, they formed a mob and set the city in an uproar. They were searching for Paul and Silas to bring them out of the assembly. They attacked Jason's house. When they could not find them, they dragged Jason and some of the believers before the city authorities, saying, These people have been turning the world upside down, have come here also. I love verse 6 so much. These people who have been turning the world upside down have come here also. Would that they say that about us, y'all. These people who have been turning the world upside down. Goodness. That's what I want to do. I want to turn the world upside down. I want the world to be a different place and a better place because we're in it. I want the world to be a different place and a better place because we are there serving, and because we're there being the hands and feet of Jesus. I want the world to be a different place and a better place because of our mere presence. That's all we should want, y'all, is for the world to be different because of us, for the world to have been turned upside down because of our presence. And so this enraged the people, and they wanted to punish Paul and Silas and the others because, and poor Jason, I mean, there he is sitting there, boom, gets called out in front of the authorities by a bunch of ruffians. But it says they're turning the world upside down. And I think that's a great mission for us today, on this Friday, is for us to turn the world upside down. For us to turn our work upside down. For us to turn our family upside down. For us to turn our schools upside down. Because I think we all agree, the current way it's working isn't really working well, is it? Let's make a change, y'all. Let's make a difference. I'm talking Sunday in worship about Rahab, and a little spoiler for the sermon. Basically, the thing I love about Rahab is that she does something. Makes me think of something a friend of mine said as a football coach. If you're going to make a mistake, make it at full speed. She did something. Paul and Silas did something. Jason did something. And by their actions, by what they did, they turned the world upside down. The world has not been the same. The world has been impacted. The world has been different based on what they did. Think of all the folks who've gone before us. Wesley turned the world upside down. Calvin turned the world upside down. Augustine, my parents, your parents, those folks who love Jesus, They turn the world upside down, not with arrogance or pride or puffing out their chest, but by loving people, by acting different, by being different from the world they lived in. I think right now, this is dead horse I've been beating a lot right now. I know if you follow me on Facebook, you're tired of me saying this, I'm sure. But we got to be different, y'all. We got to be different. We can't march to the marching orders of this world. We got to be different from the world we live in. We got to be countercultural. We can't be like the world. We can't live like the world. We can't act like the world. If we're no different from the world, then why be us? Jason, these disciples, Paul and Silas, they wanted to turn the world upside down for Jesus Christ. That's what I want to do. I don't want to die and go to heaven and tell the Lord I could have done more for him if I'd have tried more, if I'd have cared more, if I'd have done more. But I want to turn the world upside down. I want to make a difference for Jesus wherever I find myself. That's what they did in this passage. And that's what we need to do. What a great challenge. What a great call. What a great goal. What a great dream. What a great purpose. To turn the world upside down. That's what they did. And that's what we can do today. So I want you to think about it, y'all. I want you to think about it. What can you do to turn the world upside down today? How can you live differently? How can you love differently? How can you serve differently? How can you be differently? How can you be different from the world? How can your presence, and by the way, this isn't always big stuff. Let somebody out in traffic. Be nice to the checkout girl at Walmart. Not responding. Mom used to always say, you don't have to attend every fight you're invited to. Not going to the fight you're invited to, if you will. Not responding with anger. These things are different from the world. These things are different from the culture. These things are different from where we find ourselves. And what if we all did them? What if we all did them? What if we all lived in that way? What if we all acted in that way? We could turn the world upside down. God's not done with us, y'all. He's not. God's not done with the world. He's not. I know we feel like he is, but he's not. He's not. He's not done with us. There's still work for us to do. There's still good for us to do. There's still purposes for us to live into. God's not done with us. These saints, they turned the world upside down. We can too. We can too. Today, no matter where you find yourself, today, no matter what's going on in your life, and today, no matter where you are, you can turn the world upside down just by the simple presence of following Jesus. So let's do that today, y'all. Let's turn the world upside down. And I'm praying for you today as you do that, as you seek to turn the world upside down. I covet your prayers for me as I seek to turn the world upside down, as we all seek to be faithful to Jesus no matter where we find ourselves. He can do that in our life. So I hope you have a great Friday today. I hope it's a wonderful day for you and your family. I hope it's an awesome day for you and your job. Join us Sunday for worship. If you feel up to it, we're going to have in-person worship at St. Matthew's. Visit us at stm-umc.org/reopen. We'd love to have you worship with us in person. If not, you can join us for drive-in church at 9 o'clock in our parking lot, or any of our online services on our website or on Facebook Live or on YouTube. Love you guys. I pray you have a great day today. I hope to see you Sunday. And remember, next week we're going to be looking a little bit different at Scripture. Going to go kind of some different understanding. We're going to look at Scripture from a big picture perspective. So I hope you'll enjoy it. I hope you'll join us for that. Have a great day. See you next week. See you Sunday. Love you. Bye.